We've walked past this place hundreds of times, and tonight we are finally going to be trying out Bigfire for the very first time here at Universal City Walk. It's like your typical American style food. They have a lot of steaks and things like that, but it's a place that we've always wanted to try, and we figured what better night than tonight, so we're going to check it all out.
Yeah, and we're here all the time, and there's still a good amount of places on our list in City Walk that we have to try, and this is one of them, so we're going to check this one off of our list tonight.
We are also going to see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, if you couldn't tell by the Ghostbusters apparel that we have going on tonight. So we're gonna have a little dinner here at Bigfire first, and then we're gonna go catch the movie after. We're about to go and check in, but it looks like they have a separate bar entrance. So if you're not dining at the restaurant, you can still come over here and enjoy the bar. There's lots of outdoor seating over here as well. They have some fire pit action going on, but looks really good. We heard good things about Bigfire, and we figured we have to finally come and try this restaurant. So we just got seated at our table. Here is the menu on the QR code if you want to scan it and take a look at it for yourselves. But they also brought us out a paper menu, and our server Josh was telling us that they use 3 different types of woods to enhance the flavor of their proteins. A combination of cherry, pecan, and oak, and that's all for the steaks. Over here there's also some starters, a couple sandwiches and burgers, soups and salads, and then some entrees, and honestly it's going to be hard to choose. They all sound and look really, really good.
So the theming in here, I would say, is like modern industrial ski lodge. That's what Matt and I were saying, at least. Like the decor is very like simple and plain, but there's a lot of like metals and woods, and like right next to us we have like some lanterns. But yeah, it's nice in here. I like it. It just, I guess it wasn't what I was like really expecting. I didn't know what to expect because we've never been here, but it's very like simple and like modern and industrial, I would say.
All right, for starters, we decided to get the Hearth Oven Baked Bread for $9. It's their signature oven baked bread served with herbed butter and orange peach preserves. Look at that bread bowl right there.
It's kind of hard to break apart.
Is it warm?
Yeah.
It is? Nothing better than picking up a nice warm loaf of bread, and honestly, I'm pretty pumped for the orange preserves here. The herb butter, I'll try it, but the preserves, that looks really good.
I really enjoyed the bread. It was nice and warm when it came out, and it was like soft on the inside, crunchy and crispy on the outside. I really enjoyed the butter. I didn't really try the like jam. I'm not like a huge jam person, but the butter had like rosemary and herbs in it, which I really enjoy, so I like that. I like that it wasn't just like plain butter. It kind of like stepped it up a notch. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And then for our entrees, Alex got the 8-ounce filet mignon, which is $45, and I got the Bell & Evans maple chicken for $30, which is Hearth oven roasted bone-in chicken breast, maple balsamic gastrique, Yukon and cauliflower puree, roasted butternut squash, leeks, and crispy chicken rind. All right, so we're gonna get to the entrees in just a second, but for the bread, I actually thought the bread was really good. The 2 sides that came with it, like the jam and the butter, were really good as well. The only thing is the bread is $9, so if I came back, I probably would skip the bread just because a lot of restaurants give you the bread, like bread service is part of your dinner, but I did want to try it because it was our first time here, but that's probably something we're going to pass on when we come back in the future. And then for my entree, I got the Bell & Evans maple chicken, like I said, was $30, and it was pretty good. Like the portion size was a little off for me. There was a lot of everything else and very little of the chicken itself. It felt like the chicken was like the side dish of that. So the flavors were really good. It had like a maple glaze on it. Almost tasted like there was like maple syrup, like pancake syrup on top of it. The vegetables are really good. The puree was really good. I just wish there was a little bit more actual chicken in there. There was like 2 pieces of chicken breast and then another small piece of like bone-in chicken. Again, flavors were really good, but the portions were a little bit off. Like I'm still a little hungry after eating that because there wasn't enough chicken on that plate. So I probably would pass on that in the future, but I did try some of Alex's steak, and the steak was great. It had a great crust on the outside. You can tell it came right out of that oven. You can taste the different, oak flavors and the flavors of wood that they use on the steak. So steak was great. My chicken dish was good too, but I just wish there was a little bit more chicken on it.
So like Matt said, I got the filet mignon. It came with smashed like crispy potatoes and cooked carrots. I don't like cooked carrots, so I didn't try those, but the potatoes were really good. They were like smashed and crispy on the outside and very like salty. And then the steak was really good as well. They butterflied mine. They asked if I wanted it like that, and I said sure. And like Matt said, it had a good like crust on the outside. You could taste the different like wood flavors, and I don't think it needed any sauce. Usually, like if the steak like doesn't have a lot of flavor, like I like to have like A1 sauce or something on the side, but I don't think that needed that. It was very good. It like melted in your mouth. And yeah, I would definitely come back and get that again.
And then for dessert, we finished it off with the PB&J Baked Alaska Creamy Peanut Butter Ice Cream and Concord Grape Jelly Core, Graham Cracker Crust, Meringue Torched Tableside. This is all made in-house.
Yeah, back it up a little.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool.
So this is what we pour a shot of peanut butter whiskey on there.
Okay.
So it makes it even better.
Nice.
Once that goes out, you're more than welcome to enjoy it. Just be very careful, it's really hot. But it's best if you just scoop it right out of the cast iron skillet because you get a taste of the peanut butter whiskey as well, okay?
Awesome.
Thank you.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you. Wow, look at that. I didn't realize we were going to get like a flambe.
It was like a show.
Yeah. Look at it. It's still going. And as you can see, we didn't like it one bit.
That was good. I've never had anything like that. Like, it was so different. And they pour peanut butter whiskey on top, and that's how they like light it on fire. And you can really taste like the peanut butter and like the alcohol in there. But
honestly, really more so like just on the outside.
Yeah.
Like once you get into the ice cream and
You don't
everything,
taste it,
you don't
yeah.
taste it as much, so you can avoid it.
you can avoid it definitely. But it was like peanut butter ice cream with like the jelly inside, the graham cracker crust. Like, that was so good. I'm really glad we tried that.
Yeah, this was amazing. 10 out of 10 on this dessert. It is easily the best thing that we had while we were here. So even if like you're in the mood for like a really good dessert, you can come over here and get this. They also had s'mores on the menu. We were like deciding between the s'mores or this, but we figured you can get s'mores anywhere, and this is something that is like unique to this restaurant in the sense that they make it in-house and everything. So highly recommend this. This was awesome. We just finished up here at Bigfire, and it was really good overall. I was impressed. The only restaurants we've eaten here at City Walk have been the NBC Sports Bar and the Cowfish, and then I think years ago we might have eaten at Toothsome, but I honestly don't remember that, so we're gonna have to like review that one again soon too. But this was good. My entree, like I said, was just okay, but Alex's steak was really good. So next time I come back, definitely getting that steak and that dessert. Holy moly.
I know,
that was
and
good.
I think that they're known for their steaks.
Yeah.
So if you're coming here, I would suggest that. That's what they always suggest too. And yeah, we're not usually dessert people. Like, when we go out to eat, we usually don't order dessert. But I'm so glad that we tried that Alaska because it was so good.
Yeah, our server Josh recommended it. 10 out of 10 recommendation. It was that good. So if you're coming here and having dinner or lunch at Bigfire and you're in the mood for dessert, you have to get that PB&J Alaska. It was great. And the former Universal Legacy store is still all boarded up. Rumors are this is going to become an Epic Universe preview center once this reopens, and I really can't wait for that because it means we're that much closer to the opening of Epic. So we have some time before the movie, just about 30 minutes, so we're going to pop in the Universal Studio store and see if there's anything new. And there's a bunch of new stuff right here in the front. Look at this tank top. It has like a bunch of the icons, Hogsmeade, Jurassic Park, Transformers, Volcano Bay, Kong. That's really cool. If they had that on a t-shirt, I might have to get that. There's also like a beach towel. You could bring this over to Volcano Bay. They have a fan because we are approaching surface of the sun temperatures coming up. They have another women's shirt over here. They have a set of 4 coasters, Jurassic Park, Minions, E.T., and Hogsmeade. I love the glasses that Universal always puts out. Same design that's on the shirt, Volcano Bay, Kong, E.T. If you're more of a mug person as opposed to the glass, they have that in mug form. And then here is the t-shirt version of that. It has a little sticker on here. It says no 2 shirts are exactly alike. And it has all those different icons. Over here in the Harry Potter section, they have the House of Mina Lima. Mina Lima are the artists who worked on all the Harry Potter films, as well as all of the signage and everything you see in Diagon Alley. They're actually going to be here on Saturday, this Saturday. They're going to be here doing a signing. And a couple weeks ago, they opened up this little section of the store that sells a lot of their artwork. You have magnets, all different types of like postcards. Really cool. I'm a big fan of their artwork. It's It's really awesome. It's unique. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you probably know who Mina Lima is. They even re-released some of the Harry Potter books with their artwork in it. Cool stuff. All right, the time has come. We're heading into Cinemark, which is the movie theater here at City Walk. Nothing for Ghostbusters here on the outside. They're promoting Kung Fu Panda, which is a DreamWorks movie, so that makes sense. Kind of hoping there was going to be like some promotional things outside, but we're going to head inside and see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Also very good timing on the release of Kung Fu Panda 4, which comes out March 8th. Oh, it's actually in theaters now. But the DreamWorks Land opens this summer. So you can go see Kung Fu Panda 4, and then go buy a ticket and
then go meet him in the park.
Go meet him in the park. If you're looking for the Slimer popcorn bucket, it will not be here. They said they're not getting them in at this location. You have to go over to the Cinemark over in Dezerland, which is off International Drive. That's the closest one that will have them. Something I love about this movie theater is these giant banners of, you know, classic films, classic actors. You got John Wayne on this side. You have the Universal Classic Monsters over here. It's really cool. As someone who enjoys movies, it's nice to see some references to the past. All right, we just got out of Ghostbusters. First thought, I liked it a lot. I don't think it's as good as Afterlife was.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah, and it doesn't hold the candle to the originals, but anytime you get to see the Ghostbusters back on the screen, keep in mind the original Ghostbusters movie came out 40 years ago.
That's crazy.
We still have new Ghostbusters movies coming out
before we
40
were
years
even
later.
Born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well before we were born.
Yeah.
So it's a fun time. Is it like the world's greatest movie? No. But you get a chance to see the old Ghostbuster favorites, the originals, the new cast, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. I liked it a lot. I said to Matt, like Afterlife had more of like a sentimental feeling to it, especially at the end. I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it. This was more of like a fun Ghostbuster movie. I really still enjoyed it. Like Matt said, it's always fun to see like the OGs, and then plus the new cast is great as well.
Yeah, so again, we enjoyed it. It's not the greatest movie. If I had to rate it out of 10, probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10, but it's a fun time. Like I said, anytime you get to see the Ghostbusters in 2024,
yeah,
it's worth it. So we enjoyed it. All right, so this Cinemark at Universal didn't have the popcorn bucket, so we found another Cinemark, which is over here at Dezerland or Dezerland, and we're gonna see if they have the Slimer popcorn bucket. There's Tomater outside. Never been here before. This is like an not abandoned, but it used to be a shopping mall, and now there's like a car museum and go-karts and all sorts of things. Here is Dezerland Park. They have an auto museum, like we said. Looks like there's some go-karts over here. Might have to come back and do a day here at Dezerland.
I mean, there's
Dezerland.
it looks like there's so much to do here.
Yeah.
Like you can do arcade, bowling, go-karts, there's the movie theater, there's like an auto museum, like with all different cars and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And like I said, you could definitely tell that this used to be a mall. Like these are all storefronts over here. This is a gift shop. But yeah, there's the go-kart track. Really interesting. And look at this. They even have a pinball arcade. This is so cool. It's over here, the movie theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably a closer entrance, but why not explore a little bit, right? Oh yeah, there you go. There's the Cinemark. So if you don't want to go to Cinemark over at Universal, you can come right here. It's literally like 8-9 minutes away. They have some ads here for the Auto Museum. Looks like they have a version of the Ecto-1 here. Pretty cool. Everything's closed right now, really, except the movie theater. But I definitely want to come back and do the Auto Museum one day. Looks like it's pretty cool. Looks like they have some interesting things. A Batmobile, the flying car from Harry Potter, James Bond. And by the way, we struck out on the popcorn bucket. They don't have them at the Cinemark here at Dezerland. And at least the guy working the concession said they're not getting them back in either. So if you're looking for the Slimer popcorn bucket or even the popcorn like tin, because there was a couple of different versions, probably have to go to eBay or just drive around to a bunch of Cinemarks, but we're not going to be doing that. So struck out.
I just think it's so stupid that they released those before the movie even came out.
Like, I know they released them here, probably like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and now like people that are coming to see the movie can't even get their hands on them.
I know.
They should have released them the same day the movie was released.
You would think so. So admission to Dezerland is free, but you have to kind of like pay per attraction that you do. If you want to just come in and walk around, you could do that. But if you want to see the cars or do the go-karts or anything like that, that's where you kind of pay a la carte. But I was just saying to Alex, if you're here on vacation and it's like a rainy day, you want to do something inside, I would recommend coming here because you're completely covered. There's a million different things to do. We must have walked past 20 storefronts, laser tag, mini golf, all things like that. So something to keep in mind if you're here on a rainy day or you just want something different to do. All right, so we are home now. One thing I will say is we definitely have to go check out Dezerland in the future.
Yeah, it looks really cool. There's so much to do there.
Yeah, next time it's like a rainy day and we can't get out to the parks or something, I think we're going to go check that out. It looked pretty cool, a lot of different things to do. Like we said, Ghostbusters was decent, not the greatest Ghostbuster movie by any means, but it was a fun time. We had a good time going back to the movies, and we were saying it's been like months since we've been to the movies. You saw Barbie.
Yeah, and like the fall time.
Yeah, and I think for me, like I haven't been since like the summertime. So it's been a while. I miss going to the movies, but honestly, there just hasn't been a whole lot of stuff out that has really made me want to go.
Yeah, and we both love going to the movies, but like Matt said, there's not a lot that we've been like really excited to see.
Yes, we hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us tonight. Bigfire was pretty good. It's definitely a restaurant we would recommend you try if you're looking for a decent place to eat over at City Walk. And then, like we said, Ghostbusters was fine, not the greatest, but we still had a fun time nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along. If you did, make sure you give the video a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss out on all of our future Universal and Orlando videos to come. And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.